Hello, this is the video for Notes 7.1 Ratios and Proportions. All right, what you have here is you have a proportion, and what you want to do is cross multiply. So I want to take 4 times 22 and then divide it by the number across from my unknown, which is 8. Because there's a number on the top and a number on the bottom, and they have something in common, you can cancel. 4 goes into 4 once, and 4 goes into 8 twice. And then again, you have a number on the top and a number on the bottom with something in common. So 2 goes into 2 once, and 2 goes into 22 11 times. So 1 times 11 is 11. Same thing, cross multiply. 9 times 5 divided by 1. So that'll give me 45. Next problem. 8 times 3 divided by 19. So that's 24 over 19. Nothing I can cancel. And the larger numbers on top. So 19 goes into 24 one times, and you have 0.3 left. Next one, 12 times 7 divided by 4. 4 goes into 4 once, 4 goes into 12 3 times. 3 times 7 is 21. 10 times 14 divided by 5. 5 and 10 have something in common. 5 goes into 5 once, 5 goes into 10 2 times, so 2 times 14 is 28. This one now we're dealing with variables. So 5 times x plus 5 equals 7x. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 5 is 25. It's going to equal 7x. X is already on this side, so I'm going to subtract 5x on this side. And I end up with 25 equals 2x. So I divide both sides by 2. 2 goes into 25 12 times, and I have a half left. Next one. 2 times quantity x plus 1 equals 5x. So 2x plus 2 is going to equal 5x. Subtract 2x from both sides. So 2 equals 3x. Divide both sides by 3. 2/3 is 0.6. 6 times 12 equals 2x times x. So I'm going to switch it around. 2x squared is equal to 72. Divide both sides by 2, and I get x squared is equal to 36. So one way you can do this is by taking the square root of both sides. Excuse me. So you get x equals, and when you take the square root, you actually have the plus and the minus of square root of 36, which will give me 6. There's another way of doing this, which you'll have to learn. I call it the x factor because you're factoring. So x squared equals 36. You want to always make one side equal to 0. So I'm going to subtract 36 on this side and subtract 36 on this side. So I get x squared plus 0x, because you don't have a middle term, minus 36 equals 0. So now you come over and you make an x, and the last number you're going to put in the middle at the top, and the middle number you're going to put it on the bottom, 0. And then you ask yourself, what two numbers multiplied together will give me this number, but added together or subtract will give me this number? So if I have a minus 6 and a plus 6, if I multiply negative 6 times 6, I get a negative 36. And if I add these two together, I get 0. So my answer is going to be x minus 6 times x plus 6 equals 0. Now, because this is 0 over here, if I can make one of these equal 0, then the whole thing becomes 0, because 0 times anything is 0. So how can I make this equal 0? By writing the opposite. So if x equals a positive 6, this becomes 0. Or if x equals a negative 6, then this becomes 0. So these are your answers as you got up here. Next one. You're going to kind of look at this to find the answers on a lot of these. So what times x? If I take 6 times x, I get 12 times y. Next one, x. I'm trying to get it to say x equals. So if I have x over 12 is equal to y over 6. I'm trying to get x by itself, so I'm going to multiply this side by 12. That'll get rid of it there. And multiply this side by 12. Well, 6 and 12 have something in common. 6 goes into 6 once, 6 goes into 12 2 times. So x then equals 2y. Next one, x and y, they both on top. So x over y equals 12 over 6. And then on this one, the x and y are both on bottom. So 12 over x is equal to y over 6. The Gateway Arch in St. Louis, Missouri is about 192 meters tall. A three-dimensional puzzle of the arch is 30 meters tall. What is the ratio of the height of the puzzle to the height of the real thing? So the puzzle was 30 centimeters tall, and the real thing was 192 meters tall. So again, here they want the puzzle over the real. So the puzzle was 30 and the real was 192.